I'm going to start bringing in my speaker in here and starting off every live feed with some music going while everybody waits for people to tune in, especially because I love doing these late night feeds. I usually keep very late hours, so um, I'm gonna start incorporating some of the music that I feel has really strong messages in the beginning of these live feeds, so we don't have to just sit around and hang out all super cash. But for tonight we're gonna be real casual. So I'm going to get things started, and I hope others are able to join me across Turtle Island tonight from their current quarantine positions. So here we go, moving in a forward direction. Nin, Nindigenous Gauze Niimi Makoons Anishinaabe Ojibwe ikwe indao. Ogichi dakwe indao. Indo de migazi indujaba mama aki. So meet you. So I'm Niimi Makoons. A lot of people out there know me as Butterfly. That is an earned nickname that I'm very proud of. And maybe someday I'll share that story too, but tonight we're here for other reasons. So my name is Niimi Makoons, known as Little Dancing Bear. A lot of people know me as Butterfly. I come from Mother Earth. I am an enrolled member of Mashki Bad River. And yeah, so tonight I wanted to talk about several things, but there's actually a very strong, important message that is going to be brought into all this. I was going to get it all pretty. I got the cleaning supplies all out here, y'all. I was going to get everything all cleaned up for the live feed, but I decided to just go ahead and get moving forward with it. What we're doing here is we're setting up what I'm calling our Sewing Warrior area of ops. As many of us know, there's a virus sweeping across the nation. It is killing people. It is the sickness that is striking the land with grief. I do believe that these protective masks are in high need because they are very effective if constructed properly, using the proper materials, assembling the proper materials together, and making sure that you understand why you're using each material is very important to the ability to make the mask. So I want to start out by pointing out that those of us who are involved with the Protect the Sacred Water Walk, we're asking the supporters of the walk to join us in a Sewing Warrior movement for masks for the people across Turtle Island. And we've been on this mission for a couple days now. And a lot of people have really put in a lot of effort for this. And this is from the goodness from our hearts that we wish to do this because we see our elders, our loved ones, and our old ones unable to get access to a protective mask. So these are things that we can do for our families and ourselves, and that we can go ahead and protect our community with. I'm here with my loved ones, and one of the relatives of my loved ones actually transports people that are on dialysis, and he has no surgical masks for protective gear because there are none for him to have. So we are sewing surgical masks, and my current location did not have access to a sewing machine, but the people made sure we did. We are very blessed. I am very proud and thankful and humbled to let y'all know that my went she came and she met up with my little sister, who all went out of their way to do a distant meet and greet to bring a sewing machine so that we can protect ourselves, our loved ones, and begin making masks for our community and flourish out from there. Because there are other communities that, if we have enough masks, there are other communities that are in need of these masks. And if we have enough, we need to share. We do not have enough here, so we're going old school and we're going to make them. We were going to make them by hand. So we put a shout out for our supporters to find us a loaner sewing machine because we just did not have the heart to do a fundraiser at this time. The reason we didn't have the heart to do a fundraiser at this time is because it's hard times, and I could have asked 20 people to donate $5 and get a machine, but I know that somebody out there would help us, because I did not want to ask people to give what they do not have. And so we're very blessed to have this machine. But in addition, at the same time this morning, my dear loved one, Niimi Irene, got a phone call from somebody who cares so greatly for her and has so much love and respect for her and endears her so much. And Irene, she's one of my big mentors that I look up to and respect, because Niimi leads by example, and she has such a big heart for the people. She does so much for the people in her lifetime. I just am honored to be here with her. And so somebody else in her life also can look at her in that light and see all the things she does for the people. And they know that this is something we're trying to do for the people as well. So they bought her a brand new sewing machine that we will be going to pick up tomorrow. And that is her gift from a loved one who doesn't want to see her go out to continue to try to get machine to machine. So that will give us 2 fully running operating sewing machines, and we are sewing warriors. And that is the important topic I want to talk about tonight. But first I want to say to the women who placed these sewing machines in our hands, including the one that did not work out, Chimigwech, your hearts are so big for you to part with your machines and let us use them and gift them so that we could do this for the people, because we're in quarantine and we have hands and we know how to sew. And you gave us the tools to do it, and we are so thankful. Chimigwech, I am truly, truly honored and humbled. And every stitch that I take on this machine, I will remember to be grateful and thankful that you have love for the people and that you helped us so that we could show our love for the people. So mad love and respect to you women, Chimigwech, warrior sisters. I'm very honored. It is truly an honor to sew on these machines. So that is one of the things I want to talk about tonight. There is a mass need for a mask across Turtle Island right now. If your community is not in mass shortage, they don't have them to provide for the residents and everything. If you have those abilities, if you're really that ahead of the game, I think you need to turn on the news in New York City and San Francisco and hear these nurses asking you to hand sew them some masks. There are nurses in hospitals showing us how to sew surgical masks, asking the people to protect them from this disease so they can help our sick and needy. So one of the things that was given to me tonight to pass on and share, and this is heartbreaking to me, so I would like to discuss the difference between a sewing warrior and an opportunist. Those of you making fast masks and donating are rock stars. Those of you preying on fear and charging outrageous prices, shame on you. Creators watching. Those are the words from my Niimi when we got word that people are sewing and selling these masks. They are selling them for profit, while nurses are asking the public to sew them masks because they don't have any. So, So that's what I want to talk about. The difference between a sewing warrior and an opportunist. A sewing warrior is somebody who hears the people crying out in their heart, and it hurts, and they know they can do something. They got hands, they got the ability, whatever. We didn't even have sewing machines 2 days ago. We have one here. We have a brand new one on the way because the people know the need is real. And we made sure that we picked up some of the basics. We made sure we picked up just some of the basics to get us going. Thread. Oh, there's my brush. That's why I didn't brush my hair for the live feed, y'all. We were able to get thread. We got a little bit of fabric that we were able to get, starting on some elastic. We're really at a bare bones. We got some scissors. We're really at bare bones, but we got enough to start. We got enough to take care of us and some of the others. And then all of a sudden, the blessings of the machines came in, and I'm not showing off all the fabric. We did have a little bit more to start off with. Trying to be humble, y'all. But then my aunt also sends us more fabric because the need is real, and she knows that we love the people, and she loves the people, and so She gives what she can give to help the people, because that's the Anishinaabe way. That is the Ojibwe way. That is the good-hearted way, no matter what color or nation you are. That's the human way. One of these masks could save an old person's life, or a sick person's life, or somebody else's life. Even maybe just give them the protection so that they can have the courage to go out and get supplies and not starve. Whatever their purpose is, nurses are putting the shut out. The patterns I've looked up from are from nurses showing you how to make them, asking you to please help them. That is a sewing warrior. That's what a sewing warrior does. They hear the call of the people and they answer with a good heart. An opportunist. An opportunist is somebody who has that deluxe sewing machine at home and all the most beautiful fabrics around that they're going to custom make their masks with, and they're going to sell them to you. You can buy them. They're going to put the best filtering on there. They've done their research just like I did mine. But they did their research because they see an ability to make money off fear, a need to protect, and answer to the call of the people, and sickness, death. They see this as an ability to make themselves more money. So, for all the people out there posting about their beautiful masks that they're sewing and how much they're going to sell them for and offering them for sale, I call you out. I call you out with the voice of the people. If you have fabric, you shouldn't be charging. You probably have, there's women who have bins and shelves and shelves and shelves of 100% cotton fabric, and it's the nicest material. Some of you live on my reservation, and you have the most beautiful sewing room with the most expensive deluxe machines and the most beautiful fabrics, and I love your gorgeous ribbon skirts. I'm calling you out. The people need masks. They need us to sew. We are sewing warriors. This is where I call you out on your true colors. Are you the kind of person that's going to make these masks with a good heart and hand them to somebody? Or are you the kind of person that's going to post up on Facebook for sale? Well, I can tell you who I am and the people I roll with. I'm going to tell you who we are. We're the kind of people that we can guarantee you, miigwech to all those that have given us support in this movement. We guarantee you we won't make $1 for this. If others wish to donate fabric or elastic as we get moving, if we get low on supplies, if somebody's got extra thread and they want a mask and they want to drop us off some thread or give us some medicines, trade, that's cool. But if they don't have anything, once we have them done, they're yours. They're not, we're going to make what we need and we're going to make for the community. These are the people's masks. These aren't ours. We don't own these. The people brought the machines. The people provided the fabric. The people provided the knowledge while the nurses put the shout out. These belong to you. We're not going to charge you a dime. We're not even fundraising for fabric yet because we haven't begun mass operations yet. We're starting tonight because the machines are here now. The one machine's here and the other one's en route. It's going to be here tomorrow. So we're starting operations. If we get to a point where fabric becomes a concern, then we'll ask the people to help. This isn't a time to make profit. If you're making the prettiest mask to sell to somebody, that's a real dirtbag move. They're scared, and they have every reason to be. So, I'm calling y'all out. If you are one of those opportunists, I offer you the opportunity to humbly stop charging and join the movement to make masks for the people across Turtle Island from the goodness of your heart. If you have sewing machines and you're sitting home designing yourself a new ribbon skirt right now, I'm calling you out. Put it aside. The people need you. Not all warriors have to be on line 5. Right now, some of us aren't sewing machines. Worried about the elders within our indigenous communities. I heard 2 days ago The Dene Nation lost their first Navajo to this virus. Respect to the Navajo. Mad respect to the Dene. I spent time with y'all when I was in Arizona. I'm sorry that your communities are being affected. Much love to your people. And thank you for all the things you showed me while I was there. People need us. It's not time to think of ourselves. It's not time for us to be thinking of ourselves, sewing ourselves ribbon skirts, sewing ourselves something nice. It is time to think about the people. So, we're on the movement. Mass for the people across Turtle Island. We're humbled and we're thankful. The people made it possible. My nemesis, she put in so much work trying to locate a machine. So did her other family member who's close to me. We've never sat in the same room, but we're close. We got a connection. And little sister, she put in a lot of work to make sure she got the machine. My wet and my loved one's cousin who gave us the first machine. There was a lot of things that had to happen in order for us to be able to exchange things without being in contact. And so, because we have to protect others, you know, while we're running around without masks, we can say whatever we want. This is an invisible sickness, just like a cold is. You don't, if you knew you weren't going to catch a cold or catch the flu, how come you've had it? Who has never had a cold flu in their entire life? That's what I want to know. Because if you've ever had the cold or the flu, then I think we all need to accept the reality is, you're able to get the cold and the flu. You've done it. You've done it before. And if you could stop yourself from getting the cold or the flu, you would have never had it your entire life ever. So I think there is a need for masks, and I think there's a need for seriousness. I don't think mass hysteria and panic is where it's at. I don't know about the lockdown situation. People who are close to me, y'all know how I feel about Big Brother. I know they have the ability to lock us down. I know this is a situation where they may need to, or feel the need to, or desire to. But honestly, my husband was 24 years combined service. I feel like I've been ordered to my dip position, my die in place position, and that they're waiting for my bodies during the Black Plague or smallpox. That's how I feel. And so I feel this could actually make a difference in someone's life. So the first person I wanted to make a difference in the life of was Niimi Irene, who took me in and made it all possible for us to do this work for the people. She has such a good heart, y'all. She's such a good example for me. She picked out this fabric. This was one she picked out. But she didn't go to the store with me. I live feeded so she could pick out the fabric she wanted. And I've encouraged you to do this for your loved ones before, and I'm going to keep doing it, y'all. You know I'm cheesy, and you also know I lock on to important topics. I love the people. Y'all have really loved me and taken care of me and embraced me. All of you. So many people have taken care of me since my husband died. It's been like 3-4 years that the people have truly been the ones who have nurtured me and cared for me. I feel so blessed. So blessed. And I love y'all. So, you know, I feel you in my heart. I love the people. You know, I'm human. People hurt me. But in the end, that doesn't change. I love people. That's who I am. And that's who Niimi is. And little sister and Wa'at. And the women who brought us machines. Those people making money off of this. Well, the only thing I can say about that is my grandmother told me if I didn't have anything nice to say about someone, to keep my mouth shut. So meet them. So, me great y'all for turning in my late night live feeds. I really appreciate it, and I'm going to get the sewing station set up, and I'll probably do a live feed like either in the middle of the night real crazy or get up in the morning or something, but like I'm probably going to live feed me sewing, y'all, because I'm really going to keep encouraging us to make masks for people. Like I said, if you're sewing and you think that this is a big joke, so you're just making your next dress or your next skirt, you know, stop and turn on the New York news and hear a nurse ask you to help her by sewing her a mask. Ask the governor saying, if you can make these masks, make them. in New York, I believe it was. Just, maybe we all need to take a moment and do a big reality check, because some of the people I talk to in other places are so disconnected from this virus of what's going on, and I feel like I am too. There's so much fake news, there's so much misunderstanding. So I'm just going to keep it real simple, y'all. I've had the flu. I've gotten a cold. I've had the flu a couple times in my life. It was really miserable. If I knew that I was going to be A-okay from the virus, I would have never had the flu, y'all. So keep drinking that cedar tea, boosting those immune systems. But I'm going to also make one more big one, because I like to post these in my community posting board. We have elders up there. I'm going to tell you, here on these other reservations, they actually have old people. They have old people. Our reservation, we don't have a lot of old ones. That's heartbreaking enough. We just lost an old one that was very dear to me. He was the first one to welcome me home, Norman Courtier. And Norman went to the boarding school with my grandmother, and he used to tell me the most beautiful stories about the boarding school, and take me down the wall of vets on our reservation in the casino. Very proud man. First elder of my home to embrace me when I came home. I miss him and love him dearly, and I'm sure he watches me from afar and he's proud. But we don't have a lot of old ones on Bad River, y'all. Have you made sure that those elders have more than just food? Have you made sure they have a mask, maybe some gloves? Have you made sure that they're getting that cedar and that balsam and that chaga and all those good medicines? Do you personally know that our elders, because I don't want to start putting names out there on this live feed, but there's 5 people right off the top of my hand I'm really worried about in Bad River because of their age and their health. Have you made sure more than just your family and your connections? Because on my reservation, it really is that old style thinking where, as long as my family's all right. I come to these other reservations, it's different. They care about each other in a community. They stick together. They may tear each other apart, but we almost have that thing that the Lakota got, where the Lakota, they're loyal to each other. We're losing that. So I want to know, do you personally know that every old person on that res right now has the traditional medicines that they need and deserve? What comes around goes around. They taught us those medicines. They taught us those relatives. They gave us the gift of that knowledge. I can't be there. I don't drive. I'm quarantined here in Minnesota. All the posts on Facebook going on from Bad River back home. Do you know? Is it, will somebody else will take care of her? Because I don't want to go talk to that person or whatever. Because this ain't the time, y'all. Make that bottle of cedar tea and leave it on their stair. If you really have a grudge against somebody, but you know they're old or sick, just leave some cedar on the door then. Don't, this is the Shinabe way. The Shinabe way is love, respect, humility, truth, honor, wisdom, knowledge. Come on, y'all. These aren't just really cool words we run around saying. This is our way of life. Step up and prove it. We say we take care of our old ones. I'm calling you out, Mashkazibing. Wakachidakways. Wakachidakwaywag. The people need you. Get moving. Please, for the people. Miigwechi, y'all. Kikawabamaminowa.